5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Racing has always been a big part of my life. It's taken many forms over the years, from dirt bikes to bicycles. It's something that motivates me to be the best that I can be, whether I'm on two wheels or not. But the start to any successful competition is proper preparation.
That a baby, that a baby!
Although fitness is usually a bigger piece of the puzzle in mountain biking, I'm going to be discussing what I do to make sure my bike is race ready, and also go through some of the products I use and carry at Enduros. Water can be the mortal enemy of your bike's performance. For this reason, I always make sure to properly dry it after a good wash. Checking spoke tension is something that is oftentimes overlooked by riders, but it's extremely important for the longevity of your wheels. Enduros are usually pretty rough and can be absolute hell on a wheel set, so make sure to inspect your spokes. Because I only have one mountain bike that I use for all different types of riding, from cross-country to downhill parks, I have multiple suspension setups that I have tested and I chart on my phone so I can access the data wherever I'm riding. I generally run a stiffer suspension setup for efficiency purposes, and since most of the trail near me is smooth cross-country. However, for enduro racing, I do have a softer setup that smooths out the rough stuff and keeps me comfortable at higher speeds. I've been a huge fan of E13 tires for the last several years because they're the only tires I've ran that consistently don't puncture, even when I'm running their lightest casing. Unfortunately for me, my rear rim has a small dent, so mounting my new tires wasn't as easy as usual. Luckily, I was able to get the tire to seat after some precision hammering. Installing the 1UP EDC light tool was pretty straightforward. It took me less than 5 minutes and I really didn't even look at the instructions. The tool itself is light and very basic. You won't be able to do any major repairs, but it will solve a lot of trail side adjustments. On race day, I make sure my tool and supply box are easily accessible for emergency bike repairs between stages if needed. My supply box usually contains everything I would need to solve smaller and more common issues. Alright, so I thought I'd go over a couple of the things that I generally carry with me when I'm racing enduro. And I'm going to start with this Bontrager hip pack. I really think for the fanny packs, this is really the best one you can get. The reason I like this hip pack is because the water bottle is in the center. A lot of them have water bottle holders off to the sides, and that doesn't really make any sense to me because then it feels very off center. So they did a really good job with this pack. It's very comfortable, it's light. Can't carry a ton, but that's okay because I don't like overweighting myself. So this is always a must at the races. So this is the bottle I generally carry in the hip pack. I think this is only 12 or 14 ounces. So it's not too much weight, but it's enough hydration to get me through a couple stages. Also, I always carry a multi-tool. I currently have this Crank Brothers, so I'm actually going to be running this 1UP EDC light tool from here on out. I figured that's just one extra thing I can get out of the pack. So I'm going to install this in this video at some point. Also new for this year, I'm going to be carrying an inflator tool and maybe one CO2 cartridge. And I don't know if I'm going to carry that in the pack. Otherwise, I have a frame strap that I usually have with me. And that, I usually carry one of these packs. This is a 27.5 tube, and I do run a 29er. In a pinch, you can usually put these on a 29er. And these are nice because they're already plastic wrapped, and they have 2 tire levers in there. So it's kind of nice for frame carrying. Also, I usually do carry a protein bar with me. I don't want to get too hangry in between stages, so it's good to have some sort of calorie. Always carry a GoPro and some extra batteries in that bag, just because I don't generally like chest mounting while I'm racing, because I feel like it becomes sort of a distraction. But that might change. I might start doing that a little bit more this year, just so I have some more content to put out for you guys. Always running flat pedals, because you know how that saying goes. These are the Ride Concepts Wildcat. I think that's the name of the shoe. I like them so far. If you guys want to know more about them, maybe I'll do a review sometime. Also, I'm currently running the Gyro Switchblade helmet at Enduro's. It's got the removable chin bar. It's relatively light and it breathes pretty good, so I'm pretty happy with this helmet. Living in the Milwaukee area, I have very little access to good trails to practice on for enduro. So this year I decided to keep my skills sharp. I would need to put together my own practice run using a bunch of abandoned trail. This trail is really fast, very loose, and much trickier than it looks. I have a few ideas to add on, but for now I'm happy with it. I hope you guys were able to take some useful information out of this video. If you liked it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps our channel out a lot. High five? Yeah, high five. High five. Thank you.